everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. We are here running through the festivals of the Yule Quest. The Yule Festival, we're here with Gnarlo. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. We have shown all of the various racial areas for this Yule Festival except for the elf area. Almost said the fairies. For the elves here. As you see, it's like everybody else. Every place has got the Elf Association, the Inn League. Everyone's got the dance leader again. All that stuff is here. The various festival vendors, the quartermaster over there you can trade your tokens in. And you got the two festival givers who give you the two quests out here, just like at all the other racial areas, to do the thing. I'm going to pull up the map. You'll see we are here in Dualand. Right over here at Dualand and Falathlorn. That's where all the festival area stuff of the elves takes place, right here at this little arena. Of course, right down here is Selendem, which is where one of the starter area free low rent rides comes from. Up here's Thorn Gate with the other, and of course Shire and Bree. So we're just up the road from a little ways. We're going to grab these two quests here right quick.
Megovanen, might you spare a moment of your time?
Wreathed in fur. I wish you a Yule to remember, Gnarlo. The festivals to honor the seasons are always my favorite times of the year. Nature goes through such wonderful changes, indeed the beauty can be quite overwhelming. I have a tradition at Yule where I make wreaths from the boughs of the evergreen bushes and present them to the others as a way to honor the winter season. I am nearly halfway done with this year's wreaths, but unfortunately I've ran out of branches. If you could, head into the hills to the west and retrieve some for me so I can finish making the wreaths. I would be greatly indebted to you. Alrighty, wreathed in fur.
Greetings, friend. Will you lend me your ear?
The season of merrymaking. I have watched the turning of more Yule seasons than a child such as you could fathom, friend. Every year we mark its passing by gathering the mistletoe from the young fir trees. Some of it is used in infusions, some for decoration, but mostly we use it to remind us of the fleeting passage of time. I have not yet gone gathering this year, for I fear there may be too much for me to do here. If I cannot see the mistletoe, I will mourn much when I should be celebrating. Winter is the beginning of the cycle of spring's rebirth, not a death, as many mortals see it. Yule and mistletoe serve to remind us of this. If you could be so kind as to follow the road north toward Thrassi's lodge, you will find young fir trees just before the bend, adorned with freshly grown mistletoe. Bring some back to me so I may rekindle my hope of the season's rebirth. Alright, so we're going to run out of here, up the hill, and we're going to gather the mistletoe and the fir branches. Okay. It's just up the hill. The fir is branches that you have to collect are literally straight across the road here and up this hill. There are several, well, not really fir trees, more like fir bushes over here. And yes, some of the animals are still green to us, like these wolves, so they will attack you if you get too close, even at level 15. See, this it's kind of the scraggliest fir tree I've seen. Also has mightily suspicious looking deciduous leaves for a fir tree as well. But we'll let that slide. Okay, told you. Alright. And we got the Wolf Slayer deed, which I'm sure is for slaying X number of wolves here in the Falathlorn area. See, I don't know why they call these firs, because these are definitely deciduous leaves, but whatever. We'll let it go this time, after all. It's Christmas, damn it. Alright. There's about 7 of these fir trees scattered about here. And you only have to collect 5. There's like 3 or 4 on the ground here, and then there's 3 or 4 on top of the hill. right on up this way. Oops. Of course, you have to actually stay on the hill to do it. And not slide off the side. Alright, one more and we will be good to go. I know there's one right over here. There's like two more off to my right, and there's one more straight ahead. I see right up there at the top of that little stand, there's one. So from here, it's back to the road. And we're head to the fir trees so that we can collect the mistletoe. We should be able to just ignore, I think we aggroed a wolf just now. He'll lose interest in us here in just a moment. That running bonus we have is very good at avoiding any kind of combat with them. You can pretty much outrun everything. Right back there's the area where we left at Dueland. So we're going to head north up the road here toward the Elven parts of the arid Luine. This is, like I said, primarily the elf starting area. This is basically the Elven version of the Shire right here. You start out as an Elven character, you spend a lot of time right around in this area, working quests and all. And if you start a dwarf, you start way up to the north and working your way down this way as you work through your starting area here. Alright, so now we're looking for the fir trees for the mistletoe. There are several of them that you'll find right down there in that valley. But the easiest ones to get to are all right along here. Unfortunately, there's a few like wolves and bears and like little hawk creatures. Oh my. I can't remember what they're called off the top of my head. And there was one tree. Here's the next fir tree. And these are actual fir trees. Hendravals, that's what they're called. The Crabane, crow-like creatures are called Hendravals here. Three, we need two more. Those two are right here. So you saw the palette change, you heard the music change, and it started snowing on us. You know that we are in the dwarf lands now. Alright. And way back up that direction to the north is Thorin's Hall. Alright. Back to the elf regions. We need to go back to Dueland now, return these items. And you see the Hendravals do come out in the road a little ways. You may have to end up fighting one here. Yep, we shall. But they're easy, even light blue. As I said before, all the birds and the bats, all the flying creatures in this game do tend to be overconned. For some reason, the game thinks that they're tougher than they are. And they may hit a little tough, but they are very fragile. They break real easy. There you go. Like I said, if you notice the palette shift there, you notice the snow turned to rain. And the music changed from something very manly and choral into something very lyrical and elfin. And we're back in Dueland. In fact, we'll take this way. You can go up that way, which leads back around to the back of the city. Or town, whatever you want to call this. We'll take the front side. And go up this way. It's got some nice views over here. It's a rather elegantly laid out little settlement here on the side of this cliff. These winding passages and platforms remind you almost of like the little flats that exist over in Lothlorien. It seems like they were made almost with that in mind, because they kind of recall the way that the platforms or flats are laid out in the trees there in Lothlorien. And you come over here and you got a nice view down to the river. And looking out across, you can see the towers of the Elven homestead settlement over there. Very nice. You'd see more if it wasn't raining. That's kind of making things a bit foggy here. And not letting you see quite as far, but it's a pretty little town if you're into elfy things. Alright, down the last thing and back over here to the festival ground once more. And we'll turn in these two. And then once we do that, we are going to head, I will have shown you all the various racial areas, and we will head back over to Winterhome in Frostbluff.
Megovanen.
These branches will do perfectly, Gnarlo. I will sing the songs of Yule while I craft the remainder of the wreaths, and I will add your name and thanks. Alright. Looks like your name will be in songs sung by immortal elves. You have my greatest thanks for bringing me this mistletoe, Gnarlo. One must never forget that life means death, yet death brings new life. Yeah, easy to say for some undying creature. Alright. So from here, we need to go down. Let's pull up the map. We're going to go down from Dualon. We're going to follow the road south down here to Kellendem. Kellendem was the starting area for the elves. It's where you start out when you first get out of the tutorial instance and you start into the real world. That's where you are thrown into the wide open world here as an elf. And we're going to go down there. That is where the beginner stable is, and where you will find the festival stable for the elfin lands here. So when we get back down there, I will join you then as we reach the stables. Alrighty, as you see, we are headed down into Kellendem, kind of the, I guess, capital area, I guess, if you want to say, of Falathlorn, the elven part of the Ered Luin. Right here is the stables. We need to grab the festival announcer. And right over here is the regular stable master. He's got your typical rides to Thorin's Gate and the Shire and Westbury, of course. So we will choose Winterhome and we will swift travel. And as always with this, it is a free ride. So we will take the ride over to the festival town. And here we are. They've dropped us off right here at the Stable Master. If you'll remember from last time, we are in the zone of Frostbluff. And right ahead of us is, of course, Winterhome. Alright, here's the Stable Master. One of the horse that's sitting here, by the way, is one of the winter horses that you can win this time around. I do not know which one this is, but I have all four of them. Well, I have the 3 that are available this year, plus one that's no longer available. It's from like 3 years ago. And they're, of course, on my dwarf on Glenorin, and I will pull them up a little while at the end of this video. And I will tell you, I'm going to show you the different horses that you can get. So, last time we went through the town, we followed the quest that Albert Yule sent us over here to see all the various places. So today we are going to spend time in the town actually running through some of the quests that you can do and some of the areas to explore. Alright, let's see. The very first thing we're going to do here in Frostbluff, a couple of the easy quests down the hill here. Let's see, the first one. I don't remember what the mayor's wife tells you.
Would you do something for me?
Hello again. I hope you enjoyed that short tour of our fine town and all the festivities we have to offer this year. We're so happy to have you here, and we're always looking for ways to make our celebration even more exciting. Virgil Greenfield is working hard to bring a little more Yule cheer to Winterhome in the form of snowmen. There's certainly enough snow for every one of our patrons, so why don't you have a quick walk out there. You can make your very own snowman, and I'm sure Virgil would love to help. Yes means snow. Interesting pun. Alrighty. So we'll go talk to Virgil and see about his snowmen. And we're also going to talk to these two of the servants here tending to the thing. Mabel Mitford and Basil. Basil's the one that we're going to have time to do. Oop, beg your pardon.
Will you let me speak my piece?
Empty keg emergency. It's not my fault. It's not my fault the kegs are nearly empty. I'm overworked, I am. Have you ever seen a body so overworked as myself? I'm so overworked that today I decided I just about had enough and went to try some of the events for a change instead of running them. The problem is I fell asleep afterwards. I was all tuckered out. Patrons are complaining that some of the kegs are empty. Can you bring this to refill them? I would do it, but I was promised a dance. So we have to help refill the kegs. And then we have tidying up.
I do not ask much of you.
You know, Gnarlo, some days I really loathe this job. Mabel never pulls her weight. I swear I would give anything to trade with those beggars. They really have it easy compared to me. The worst of it has to be the garbage left by some of the sloppier festival patrons. Stinking, sliming garbage and refuse all around the eating contest. And the mayor's wife demands that the patrons don't see any of it. But it keeps piling up. I can't bear to touch the stuff myself. I don't even want to look at it. Mabel keeps saying she's so busy. Say, you don't look too busy. Alright. So we've got two quests here. One's the keg emergency and the other is tidying up. And as you see around the tables, not only do they have the food on them from when you're eating the contest, in the eating contest, but they've also got small piles of smelly garbage, unsightly spills, and grimy dishes. And you've got to clean up 10 of each of these. And don't worry, there's plenty of the disgusting stuff at every single station. So we're going to clean them all up here. You're going to have to hit about 3 or 4 stations in order to get it. I think there are 5. You're going to have to go to at least 4 of them, I believe, to hit everything. I don't think you have to make it all 5. But as you see, there seems to be a dead hobbit over here. Passed out from eating too much. That in itself, A, it's quite believable that a hobbit could eat that much, but B, it's quite unbelievable that a hobbit would actually pass out from it. And this is quite disgusting. Alright, we're going to keep cleaning this up. Go to the next station here. Okay, unsightly spills. I don't know which looks worse, the smelly garbage or the unsightly spills. Which one looks more like vomit? I think the smelly garbage does, myself. Before I got this quest, I couldn't figure out what these were. It's like, why can't I eat the dishes of clams? Not a dish of clams, it's a dish of just a dirty, grimy dish. Yeah, I definitely think that's a puddle of puke I'm standing in. Let's go back down here. And we'll hit the 4th table. There we go. 1 down. 1 more spill and 1 more dish. Oh, come on, there has to be another dirty dish. There we go. And then we're also right here in front of them again, and we can go turn that one in.
Tell me what you need or move along.
I don't see any more garbage or spills. Thank goodness. The very sight of them was most nauseating. I can't imagine how disgusting it must be to actually have to touch such things. Really, I do think I might be in the wrong line of work. Alright. The keg emergency is just as easy and even less time consuming than that was. Head right up here, turn right. We'll go over here to the servants' quarters. And there are 3 kegs lined up. Grab any of them. Unlike the giant keg that you had to carry back in Bree that you could just slip in your pocket without even being seen, this one you actually have to carry the giant keg. It's about as unbelievable as it is to put the other one in your pocket. Right there's the keg that you're trying to fill up, where the hungry patron is, or the thirsty patron. So, but this right here is a watcher. If you notice over here on your screen, you've got watchers wandering around, the little eyeballs. So the easiest way to do this one is just keep going, turn left here. Now, watch that watcher. He's the only one you have to worry about. Don't get close to him, wait until he walks back that way. And as soon as he does, you can run up, jump this wall, and just run right up to the dwarf. There you go. You have filled up the keg. That is a very quick and very easy one. And a very fast 2 Frostbluff coins.
This is intolerable.
Ah, good work. You really saved my life there. You know, you're pretty good at this, Gnarlo. I can probably find more work for you if you're interested. I'm so busy after all. And as you can tell, he truly is. Final one we're going to do in this little episode is go do Yes Means Snow. So we're going to head out back of town, right down the hill to Mr. Virgil here. He's down here making all these snowmen. I think there are 5 different kinds, perhaps, maybe 6, and he needs help with them. Well, let's ask him what's up.
What can I do for you?
Ah, hello. The mayor's wife sent you, did she? Welcome again to Winterholm, travelers. You can see I spend my days here working as an artist of sorts. Too often, people overlook the simple joys of life, such as building a snowman. If you'd ever like to try your hand at building your own, I'll be here to guide you. After all, with some help, I'll be able to fill out this field in no time at all. So that was the quest to get you down here.
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
And then here's the repeatable quest that you can do once a day. Ah, so you want to give it a try? It's not easy, I tell you that. You've seen the ice sculptures in Winterholm, have you not? My work is brilliant, at least most of the time. I'll admit I've been having more trouble with this project than my last. I simply can't keep this field filled, and the mayor is getting frustrated. Whether it's the winter conditions or some of those blasted snow beasts, my snowmen keep getting destroyed. It's hard to stay passionate when your work is wrecked every single day. Maybe you can help, though. See if you can craft more of my snowmen and make this field an amazing sight to behold. So you have to pick out one of these snowmen in the field that you want to do. Each one's got a ring over its head. The easiest one, and the one we're going to do, is Virgil's Broken Snowman. Much to Virgil's dismay, you caught the snowman out of the corner of your eye. It is clearly not Virgil's finest work, and it's a wonder that he did not try to hide what was clearly a failed endeavor. Perhaps if there were more snowmen that looked like this, it might appear that Virgil did this on purpose and was crafting a new form of art, far beyond the comprehension of the usual Frostbluff visitor. It appears that Virgil only used a stick and a coal for the snowman, so a quick search of Frostbluff might provide you with all the needed supplies. So, we need to get a stick and a piece of coal. Right over here is where sticks are located. There are several of these flashing bushes that you see down the hill there. So we get a stick. Every other snowman needs 2 sticks. This one only needs 1. Then you're going to head back up here to the servant's oven again. Same place you got the keg. And you're going to get some coal. Every one of these snowmen, if I remember right, needs coal as well. So this will be something you'll be coming back to for every single one of the others. So let's grab a piece of coal. Alright. Now, once you gather the materials, and every single one of the snowmen has a different list of what you need to grab, you head back out here and you find a snow pile. And now they're illuminated and flashing. And once you do that, you click on the snow, right click on the snow pile. And you have created a broken snowman, much like the one that he made up yonder. So after you've done that, let's go back and talk to Virgil again. Where is he at? Hello, Virgil. Where'd you go? I thought that was him right there. There he is. There's other people out here building. There we go. Let's talk to Virgil again.
How can I be of service?
I like the way you work. Your work is almost as good as mine. Maybe you can help me out some more tomorrow. I'm sure if you keep trying, you can do even better. Here are some coins for your hard work. And he gives you 4 frostbuff coins as well. And you can do this quest once a day. And as you see here, we will pull up our deeds. Let's go to Clash, Race, and Epic. And then you want to go to Holiday. Race and Social. There you go. That's where you find all your holiday quests. Like all the Haunted Burrow quests and stuff are still here. Cool Reception is the one for the snowman. You have to complete a scarf-wearing snowman, a mitten-wearing snowman, a cap-wearing snowman, a classy snowman, and a broken snowman, which we have built. And once you do that, you get Gnarlo, Gatherer of Cool Company. So we've got 5 snowmen to build. You can build 1 a day. So we've got started on the way to that deed. And that's, I'm afraid, all we're going to have time for today. Let's go back up here to Winterhome, where it's a little bit warmer. There. Okay. And that has been our today's look at the Yuletide festivities here. So while fireworks go off in the distance, we're going to stand down here warming our hand by the fire and having a good smoke. Wish you all a happy Yule and hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.